3:59, but it's all right.
Can I start, Frank, or no?
What's that?
Can I start or I have to wait?
No, you can, you're good.
All right, we're here for
It's
a
a
very
delay.
quick special meeting to award a project. Roll call, please, Frank.
Councilperson Calderon.
Here.
Marino.
Here.
Matro.
Here.
R. Rodeo.
Here.
S. Rodeo.
Here.
Scipione.
Here.
Mayor Fagioni.
Here.
Present also Rich Raymond of ARH and James Saya, engineer of ARH.
All rise for the pledge, please.
I didn't read the public notice. Let me just read the public notice. I forgot to do that part. Notice this meeting has been posted and given to official newspapers. Please familiarize yourself with the fire exits to the right and rear of council chambers. Please do not proceed beyond the front benches without invitation to do so from the mayor. Also, each person who wishes to address council will be allotted 5 minutes.
Thank you, Frank. This is the first of two opportunities from the public to be heard on action items only. Award of Route 54 and a contract adjustment on 11th Street. If anybody from the public wishes to be heard. That's good? All right. Seeing no one, I'll accept the motion.
Motion.
Matro first.
Second.
S. Rodeo second. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Dispense with the regular order of business. We have Resolution 114-2026, award contract, Route 54, water main project to Murphy Pipeline Contractors. This is Phase 1 of 12th Street. First road, the second road. Rebid. Can I get a motion?
Motion. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Matro first, S. Rodeo second. So this project was opened last week. The DEP concurred with our assessment that we have a viable bidder. They're okay with it. DOL's okay with it in terms of the public registration certificate. Murphy Pipeline has it. And we received notice that we closed on the H2 loan closed today. So that gives us the $2 million in principal forgiveness, and we award the project. We're off to the races. Discussion, questions, comments. This is Phase 2 only, by the way.
This is phase 1.
I'm sorry. God, Phase 1 only.
I have a couple of quick questions, just general, based on some of the reading that I've done online and some of the conversations that I've had with people from the heavy highway industry, so to speak. What is the probability that the road will heave in some capacity or crack, or there will be surface level damage as a result of the pipe bursting?
But I'll have James answer that from a PE perspective.
Thank you. We had this question asked a few times. So there's a maximum, and there's a maximum diameter of pipe you can pipe burst to. So right now, I think out there it's 6 inches. We're gonna upsize it to a 12, and I think that's the limit that we want. So, you know, if we need to reduce it in the field, we could, but right now that's the maximum allowable.
Part of the
Something else to consider is this is a part of the stretch of the road where the DOT is going to come through and mill and overlay. So there's inherently, if there's heaving, there's going to be an inherent mill and overlay fix
Yes.
to that.
and that is as part of this project, or that is
That's DOT's
subsequent is when the DOT piece, the state repair of the road actually happens down the road. This is,
Correct.
the DOT has agreed they're going to pay for, there will be no change orders related to, the town being on the hook for fixing the road if it does heave.
Are we on the hook for that?
So they are DOT is contracted to mill and overlay the road. So regardless of what condition is out there, they're going to mill and overlay. So it's going to be a brand new road at the end of it.
And the other part of this is the DOT already approved this method of construction. So if something happens outside of our control, the DOT approved it. So it should be covered under their contract for Route 54.
And so the town will not be on the hook for any of that.
Unless we do some significant damage, which would be a claim against the contractor, the town should not be on the hook.
Correct.
Question, is there a specific depth that pipe should be for this
Yes, it should be 4 feet deep, minimum.
4 minimum.
Correct.
And where's it at now?
I believe it's around 4.
The new pipe is going in the same location as the old pipe.
Yeah, I get that, Mayor, and I understand, but I'm a little concerned about problems and then the town being on the hook for this.
What kind of problem?
If the street opens up after we're done with it, after we're done with this project, after it's complete, and it opens, and it possibly pushes the pipe, or I'm sorry, pushes the asphalt up?
Well, that's
Yeah.
what Mr. Calderon asked.
Well, that's why I was asking what the depth was. Is there a specific depth that the pipe should be? That's why I asked that gentleman over there.
Right, so, Councilman, so the design of the fix, the pipe bursting design, there's technical standards you need to adhere to in the design, and that design included those technical standards. So from a standard of care perspective in the design, I believe we're covered. And
Okay.
then, as the mayor mentioned, the DOT reviews that design. They give concurrence to that design and that method of construction, which is not an uncommon method of construction. That is another check in our box. So I can't say that that's not gonna come and say, well, this happened because of that, because anybody can say anything at any time. We all agree to that. But as far as the steps followed in order to get to where we are, we have followed all of the correct steps.
Okay, because then my only other question would be, I'm a little surprised that only one contractor bid this job.
That's my problem with it.
And I can
No
certainly
union,
understand.
no union companies came near this. Did anyone, I mean,
And we have, not to cut you off,
no.
but we have companies right here in Hammonton, and they chose not to bid this. And I'm like, who turns down work?
That's that's non-union, no union outfits bid it.
The method of construction, because it's pipe bursting, it's specialized. This project, I spoke to Mr. Tiver from 825 myself. I spoke to the gentleman who came here from 172, 175.
172.
They know about the project. We had other people pick it up. It's not an open trench project where a typical GC would open trench, let's say, 70% of the work, and then you have a section that needs to be pipe burst so they can get a sub. The whole project is pipe bursting. So your guys who are local here, you could list them all, are open trench guys. They're not gonna, Murphy isn't gonna sub it to them, or they're not gonna give a price to an open trench guy when Murphy could do the whole project themselves.
And,
You do realize that this company is completely up and down the East Coast. I imagine you're in the field now, you work for the same person, and so do you, that they're in Baltimore, actually. They're in Florida. They're a company up and down the whole coast. If you go on their website, take a look at them, then come back here and ask me those questions, I'll listen. But go on the website.
I did go, I've
and
researched
did
them,
you
I've
see-
researched the company
Did
that
you
owns
see
them.
how massive they are?
They don't do, they
Did you see how
predominantly work in
massive
Florida.
company they
It's
are?
predominantly work in Florida, and so I think another question is worthwhile.
No.
And just
they
don't forget,
don't
we're
work
getting
on-
$2 million.
They're owned by a
Besides
private
their
equity
other-
firm that operates in numerous states and uses the same technology.
We're getting a $2 million break on this, so remember that. If we don't pass this, we're getting $2 million. It's saving the taxpayers $2 million.
There's two other points here. Number one is, as Frank said, we get the $2 million of principal forgiveness. That closed today. That has to be done by the end of tomorrow in order to close out for the state's fiscal 26 budget. That's why we've been such frantically trying to get this done, number one. Number two, DOT, as we said, has approved this method of construction. So it's not something we came up with out of the blue. The reason why we picked this method is because of the impact that we're gonna have. If you open trench this, definitely phase 2, but possibly as you get closer in phase 1, you're going to be shutting down Bellevue Avenue, or Route 54. And then the traffic is gonna get diverted to Fairview. Pipe bursting should allow us one lane to go through.
I understand that. I'm just simply asking because I want to ensure the project's not going to result in any sort of adverse impact.
There's never no guarantee.
Well,
There's never
because
100%
the
guarantee.
research that I have done suggests that
Never.
where you have a pipe that's 4 feet in the ground and there's a potential range of influence of soil displacement, so to speak, of up to 7 or 8 feet. So I'm just trying to understand that a little bit better from my perspective to just verify what I read and what I sort of understand here to the reality of the project.
7 or 8 feet? I didn't see anything like that. James?
The pipe is gonna be,
This is the first time I'm hearing that
Yeah,
too.
first time I'm hearing
To be honest with you, one solution we can do, if in case that does happen, we can downsize the pipe to 10. That could be a field change, but we'll never know. But as far as 8 to 7 feet deep, I don't think that's remotely close to what's going to happen. Maybe if you're talking about a 15 or 18-inch pipe, possibly, yeah, but not with a 12-inch diameter pipe. I don't think so.
I never heard 7, 8 feet.
I think certain questions need to be asked before this body votes on it. I don't think anybody's trying to throw a monkey wrench in anything, but like Mr. Zuber said, there's a $2 million savings to the taxpayers. However, how much of a savings is there going to be if this project goes sideways?
We
So
don't know,
we're just
Anthony.
we're just putting everything out in the open before we vote, that's all.
We don't know, Anthony. It's in life.
This is a company that's been.
Life.
that does
Nothing
this
guaranteed in life.
This
Go ahead,
company
Jimmy.
does this work regularly. They looked at our specs, they looked at what we're doing, and they know this will work, and they feel this will work. Remember, they have a bond and all they have to put up too, that there's an issue later on. And they would not do it and risk that.
the DOT wouldn't allow this project to go forward if there was gonna be an issue.
And why did they fail the first bid again? Because they didn't get their
They
licensing time?
they had the Public Works registration certificate confirmation number.
Right.
But they didn't physically possess the public registration contractor's license, which they now do possess.
They went out and did all their homework and got all their ducks in order, and they're ready to go.
The issue was that the parent company had to apply. Murphy Pipeline applied. They had that's what the issue was. And that's what straightened out.
If we don't do this now, and they pave, and the state comes in and paves 54, you're out for 5 years. You have lead lines that we need to look at, there's things we have to do to look at, look out for the residents of the town. And this is a project that we need to move on.
Look, I understand that, and I even agree with you, but there's certain questions that needed to be asked before we move forward with that, and that's it. Basically, you know, if you have some questions up here, you should be asking it. And
I agree, 100%.
I looked into this a little bit along with Mr. Calderon, and I had some questions out of it. I do not want to stop this thing at all. I want this project to get done. We've been waiting long enough to get this thing done. But I don't want nothing blowing up in our face. And that's basic. I'll speak for myself on that.
So here's what we'll do.
And I agree
Give
with
us
you,
the list
Anthony,
of
but
all
we
the
have no
questions.
guarantees. Nothing's 100%, nothing.
All right, here's what
Show
we'll
me
do.
something 100%, and I'm going with you. Okay?
Right.
Show me something in this country 100%, and I'm going with you.
All right, so here's what we'll do. Give us a list of the questions. We're gonna have just let me finish my sentence. We're gonna have a pre-con meeting, hopefully next week. We'll get all the answers. If we feel that the size of the pipe from 12 inch is an issue, we'll downsize it to 10. But we'll have those questions answered. But I just want to circle back and reiterate. Number one, DOT is not going to approve a project on their road that they feel is going to be detrimental to the road, given the fact that it's the main artery running north and south in the center of New Jersey, one. Two, the contractor we're going with has extensive experience in this throughout the country. Three, they have to post a bond. It's a P&P bond, correct? So they're posting a bond for performance and payment. If we're not satisfied,
They're liable.
they're liable.
They pay.
If they God forbid, a portion of the road heaves, we have a bond.
And
They
you
don't
go
get
after
paid
him.
until we're satisfied.
That guy, Mr. Malinsky that sits over there, we'll go after him. We'll go after them. I've been
I
here
get it.
many, many years. I never saw us do it any other way.
We didn't use this process in the past.
The pipe bursting part, but
Right.
everything else we've used.
Okay. Well,
Everything else.
And I wouldn't have half the questions that I asked today if we were using it the way we've done for years.
We just had a
But-
meeting, let me explain, I agree with you, Anthony, but hear me out a minute. You were here when this took, what I'm gonna tell you right now. Do you remember when we did Third Street to Valley Avenue?
Yes.
They took out the concrete on the northbound lanes, and they left the concrete on the southbound
Yes.
lanes? You travel Bellevue Avenue now, it's nice and smooth going north. You come south, it's dun, 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 dun. You know why? Because you didn't do pipe bursting, because you opened up the road, you came in with millings, you filled it all in, went real nice and smooth. Do you know how expensive that would be to do the entire roadway from right here at Central Avenue all the way to Second Road? We have concrete that's 2 feet deep. How do you get rid of all that? This pipe bursting goes underneath all that
That's for phase 2, correct?
for both. You're gonna do pipe bursting on both, hopefully. Yeah, phase 1 for now, but hopefully phase 2 also. We don't have them answers yet. Am I right, James? Right. Thank you.
And I
So,
want
you
to,
know, we're not geniuses sitting up here, but we take our best shot. For who, Anthony?
The
For the
taxpayer.
taxpayer.
And I wanna leave
What else
everybody
you want
with
me to
this.
say?
first
I
of all,
rest my
we've
case.
been talking about this issue for months. It's not something we talk about today, number one. Number two, the information was initially submitted to the DOT about a year ago with this method, correct?
Over a year ago.
Over a year ago. So it's not like we submitted it last week and said, hey, guys, we need you to approve this. It's been in DOT's hands for a year or maybe even more. And we've been talking actively about this subject and this project and this method up here for a few months now. So
I was hoping more people were gonna be,
So,
Well,
so
we all were, everybody was, everybody.
because now we're gonna have
We tried.
union people protesting and all that nonsense,
You can't protest if you didn't bid.
you know?
How could you protest if you didn't bid?
Well, maybe, I don't know.
Well, I'm a little surprised
we'll
that
find
that
out.
gentleman that came in here represented the union. And I mean, I understand it's his job. He had to do what he said, do what he
That's
said.
fine.
I
That's
get
right.
it.
Correct.
And then we turn around and put this out for bid again, and it's
Where is
for
he?
one person.
Where'd he
He
go?
made, we made
where's he
phone calls
tonight?
directly, him directly.
Directly, to
Directly
his
to him.
line, to his office.
Mayor, I'll just say this to you directly, you know, face to face. There's nobody up here trying to sabotage this job or slow it down. Okay, there was just questions that we needed to ask.
That's fine.
And I would think that, you know, everybody knows each other up here. We're just trying to get all the answers out before we vote on this major project.
I understand.
But I'll speak for everybody. We all want to see this project move forward. I just don't, you know, want any surprises, basically. And we'll
question
see.
for you, I don't mean to cut you off. When was our last meeting? When did we award this?
June, well, actually, we did a resolution last month so it was in May.
No, when did we do it when the union guy was here?
When was the union
Wasn't that
guy
April?
here?
That
No,
was
the
April.
union guy was here a couple weeks ago. When was it?
A couple of weeks ago.
When was the?
Was it the special
What
meeting?
month are we
That's
in?
what-
June 8th.
May 24, was it?
When was the
June
special
June
meeting?
8th, June 8th. I think
June
it was
8th.
June 8th.
June 8th.
Special meeting was June 8th.
I sent that gentleman a text the next day. I said to him, Andy, this is the contractor who bid on the project regarding Murphy Pipeline. The bid will be on the Town of Hammonton website by tomorrow. This is for the rebid, opening 6/24. The entire project is pipe bursting. He put, got it, thanks. He called me and said that he is going to contact the contractor, the gentleman's contact info, to get him squared away with, he didn't say the union, he was gonna get him squared away with labor issues.
And that's the last we've heard of it.
The union guy said he was gonna contact Murphy.
Yes.
And we've never heard from the union guy again.
I talked to him twice. I talked to him that on 6/9. I told him I'd send him the information, I talked to him again, and he said he was gonna call whatever the gentleman's name is from Murphy to get him squared away with the paperwork.
Well, Sandy, that's probably what happened. he probably called them and gave them a list of items, and Murphy satisfied that, and then now the guy disappears.
What do you want from me?
I believe,
I'm not asking you for him.
just
We
for,
have to move on as a town.
Yeah, what do we got
Yes.
here? Go ahead, Rich.
just for information, I
What they
believe,
say.
we've been talking with Murphy from the paperwork standpoint.
Yep.
And I believe that they confirmed that they did speak with people from the union, a union rep, so just, like he said he would call, we believe he did make the contact. But if I can, so heaving is a concern, a question. You said list of questions, are other questions that
I think that was the main issue.
that's the main one? Okay,
Yes.
because we'll do the pre-con stuff, but we'll also circle back, sanity check, and we'll
Well,
get some
thank
other
you. I
information.
appreciate
Yeah.
that.
No worries. No, they're all, it's all legit. This is a big thing.
And, well, I don't know if it would matter. Our next council meeting is when?
27th.
And if we have an answer even by then, nothing's gonna start before that.
So the way that this is most likely gonna work, James is gonna reach out to the contractor tomorrow to get an idea of timeframe. We'll give them the award pending the vote tonight, the notice of award. And within about 2 weeks, we'll give them an official notice to proceed. The notice to proceed is when the time clock starts. They have 120 calendar days from the date they receive that notice
Right.
to prepare submittals, prepare as-built, order material, complete the job. Otherwise, there's liquidated damages at the end of 120 days. So we're gonna work with the contractor, give them, if they need a week, they need 10 days just to get all their ducks in a row before we issue the notice to proceed. The notice to proceed gets issued, clock starts ticking.
At the end of the 120 days, their bond, they are liable.
Right.
I don't know what else you could do in life.
In the meantime, I just want to.
They're liable.
I want to say it now, so everyone understands. We had a conversation upstairs, a long conversation about Phase 2. We have to get both projects done by the end of March in order to avoid a catastrophe
Yep.
with the state and federal government in terms of liquidated damages, and we will get into a mess that it'll be a disaster for us to dig out. We all agreed upstairs. We talked about other methods of construction, how we can go about this, time frames. We laid the whole thing out. And we all agreed, we're gonna pipe burst Phase 2. As soon as the DEP gives us a permission to bid it, the DOT will review it, the DEP will give us permission, we're going out to bid. So I'm hoping that within the next, let's say 60 days, Phase 2 is going out for bid.
Just point of clarification, just
Yep,
for everyone's
please.
timeline. DOT's already reviewed it. We have
Okay.
everything that we need,
Sorry.
except for the funding agency's concurrence and authorization to bid. So they don't start that process until their fiscal year starts, which is July 1st.
Yeah.
So Wednesday, we're calling them and saying, we've already submitted this to them, because we did that back in May or early June. You're ready to go, we've already talked to them. We're asking them to accelerate their process, not skip any steps. So we have them in line for that. They understand how one project affects the other. Phase 2 includes the jack and bore underneath the New Jersey Transit's rail line, which we also have their approval for. We have all the permits. We can scratch all those off the list. So we're ready to go, and we are also actively recruiting and making phone calls to other bidders, thinking that Phase 1 was maybe a compressed timeline, maybe people didn't see it, it was awarded, here we go, then it's a 10-day turnaround for the next bid, maybe there's not enough time. So we're actively informing people to keep an eye out for this, right? We're not influencing the bid at all, not at all, that would be against the law. We're identifying that there's an opportunity and that they hopefully can be aware of it. That's the thing that's stopping us from going out to bid today is H2 loans, concurrence, and saying, yes, you can go out to bid. If you go out to bid before that, your project doesn't qualify for their funding, so we don't want to risk that. That's another, and again, why it's July 1st, that's 2027
Until
fiscal
4
year.
o'clock Tuesday and the
That's-
30th, that's it.
That's another 2 million.
Right.
So the good news is the loan closed for fiscal year 2026 that means the town has $2 million of principal forgiveness, which could have been lost. In my mind, that's a $4 million swing, so that's good there. And then we're queued up to do the rest. Time is a major issue for construction. You know, I'm gonna put my Main Street hat on. There's also some constraints for parades and such, but we're lined up to do everything that we can do to get the project done reasonably within or in the same ballpark of the DOT's current schedule that they delayed, their current project they delayed. And if that mess occurs where we go beyond, we believe as a group that we have enough behavior lined up to say we're doing everything we possibly can. We're doing everything we possibly can. And because also keep in mind, technically, James will agree that when you start cutting up the road at those lengths, you need 30, what's that?
Settlement.
You need settlement period, right? You need 30, 60 days
At least.
for settlement. Otherwise, you pave it on roads that's not settled. Now the traffic is just going to keep compacting it, and you've got the opposite heave. So there's a lot of things lined up, but there's a lot of balls up in the air. We talked about this a lot. The only thing holding us from bidding phase 2 is the funding agency's concurrence, which we are going to push for the moment that, 8, 9 o'clock on the, not 9 o'clock on the 1st. We'll
That's
give them
it.
until 9.
4 o'clock on Tuesday, when the books close.
All right, any additional discussion on this?
So just to confirm on the change order piece with regard to if there is heaving or some sort of other issue, we don't have confirmation that the town is off the hook for that, hypothetically.
There's a maintenance contract. They have a maintenance bond they put in place.
So we are free and clear there. So
Yeah.
if this
no.
goes awry, we're good.
I don't understand.
So we are
Awry, I don't understand that. Again, this isn't a method of construction that's never been tested. This is a method of construction that works well. We have a payment bond, we have a performance bond, we have a maintenance bond, we have the DOT signed off on it. As Sam said, there's no guarantees in life, but I don't know what you're looking for from us.
Just clarify.
You're looking for a guarantee that's not there, JD.
I would
That's what you're
think-
looking for.
I
Say
would-
it. I want a guarantee that that the town is
I
not
would
liable.
like reasonable certainty.
Well, reasonable certainty and guarantee are two different
Well,
subjects.
it is reasonable certainty. The fact that
Yeah.
DOT agrees with our method of construction, the fact that the contractor's gonna post a payment bond, the fact that the contractor's gonna post a performance bond, that's as reasonable as you're gonna get in terms of
That's
construction.
it.
Any other discussion?
All questions. I agree with every question that we have. Every question here we do. Say it today. This is it. But I don't see where you're gonna get 100% guarantee. No, you're not. I'll say it. You're not. Anywhere, every time, as long as you're gonna sit here, my friend, you're never gonna get 100% guarantee. Forget it. It ain't gonna happen.
Oh, and the reason why I'm asking these questions is because the research that I've done seems to indicate that there is going to be this problem. And that's why I'm asking, is simply to
Remember,
understand.
like I said
why.
before, this is a company, this is what they do. They do,
I don't think it's
they do
necessarily
this-
based on the company, it's just based on the nature of the project.
but they do this pipe bursting. They have to put up a bond. They have to make sure that we're satisfied at the end with it. They went and took this job to our specs. We should be good. I mean, not good, but it should all work without an issue, put it that way.
Even if we knew 2 days ago, James could have made a phone call. Here, we have it at the 11th hour. But what do you want us to do now? A day ago. When did you do your research? 2
I've been
days
doing it
ago.
the last couple of days.
Why didn't you call him?
I should have, but.
So now here we are on the 11th hour, and you need an answer.
And I do want to point this out, I don't, I will.
I'm sorry, I gotta say
On the
way it
special
is.
meeting on June 8th, we
Well, are we
awarded,
supposed to be asking questions now, though?
Yes,
Wait,
yes,
hold on.
you
Yes.
are.
So the
Yes,
way
you
we
are.
are.
on June 8th.
I mean, it just,
we
then let's
awarded
tell
them,
everybody vote yes.
on
You
June
don't have
8th,
to.
on June 8th, we awarded the Murphy Pipeline. None of this came up. None of these questions.
The project hasn't
Mayor,
changed.
You're allowed to learn new things as the process goes along.
Yeah, I mean, as the time goes past, you hear different things and you start looking into them. I'm not gonna go looking for something I don't know anything about.
Okay.
And, you know, I'll say one more thing, so we don't have to keep beating a dead horse here, okay? I think the reason why, and I'll speak for myself again, the reason why I'm asking the questions is because we never used this procedure before. I want to make sure everything's covered before we spend this money.
We agree, and that's why we've been doing
Okay.
all of our homework to try, and that, to make sure, and that's why we got DOT to concur with us. It's their road.
As long as we're not gonna, this town is not gonna be on the hook financially, I'm okay with it.
Well, we are on the hook financially for the portion above the 2 million.
If something happens out there, is the contractor responsible for it?
The maintenance bond, performance bond, yes.
There we go.
And a payment
It's by
bond.
law, they have to do that.
Yes.
It's in public contract law, they have to do that. And I believe it's
That's
either,
what I- that's
it's either
what I-
2 or 4 years after the project, I'm not exactly sure of the time frame, but it's either 2 or 4 years of the maintenance bond that is on the project.
I'm not knocking the method, it's just, as James said, we're right there on both ends, right? The size of the pipe and 4 foot. I mean, there's no room for error, that's all.
Any further discussion? Everybody good?
Yep.
Roll call, please.
Councilperson Calderon,
Yes.
Marino,
Yes.
Matro,
Yes.
R. Rodeo,
Yes.
S. Rodeo.
Yes.
Scipione.
Yes,
Mayor Fagioni.
Yes, motion carried. One last item, get to quickly. This is Resolution 115-2026, approval of a change order, 11th Street Sidewalk Project. This is a deduct change order, so,
I think it's like $8,754, something like that, right, James? Yeah. It's change order number 2 on the project.
how much is it?
About $8,754.
where's this at, the Fields?
No, well, let me get my ducks in a row here.
On 11th Street.
It's 136,749 is the net.
That's the original bid.
This goes to 154 is our final. But we gave them a change order on the 136 of how much?
Of 26,000,
So your original
I see 138.
bid was 138.
That was the original
change.
bid.
Right,
Change order 1 was for the additional sidewalk along Washington Street.
Of how
That-
much?
24 or 25,000,
all right. So what was their contract with change order 1?
160, I don't have it in the top of my head, but 160 plus.
It's over 154. So-
Right, I just
yes.
want to try to get my
Yeah,
numbers
so
right.
this is a net deduct.
Correct.
Of your
Right.
approved
Is it 8,000,
funding.
Frank?
We were in what, the
All right,
160
so
somewhere,
here's what I'm
right?
gonna do. I'm gonna call it like this, so everyone understands. We had a grant for 11th Street for some sidewalks. The base bid was 136,749.
138 now.
138,749, I'm sorry. I got new glasses coming.
It's okay, it's
Uh,
good.
That was the base bid.
Relax.
We gave them a change order to bring their number to about 162 in round numbers to do additional sidewalk, because we're
Right.
trying to use as much money of the grant as we could, because we don't use it. We're trying to get it to be reappropriated, but we're not sure we're gonna get there. So we wanted to use up as much money as we could out of the grant.
Right, so
When
there
we
was
did
a
the final
piece-
quantities, there was a couple of items they didn't do in the base bid, which deducted money. So the net now is 154, 145. So we deducted about 8,000 in round numbers off of the final number.
And all of this is within the DOT funding that you
Right.
secured to pay for the project.
Right.
So this is not additional spending of town money.
Yeah, this
Correct.
is all grant money.
Correct. Our issue here in a nutshell is, I believe the grant was around 275, 250, 275. So we have 100,000 floating around. That's grant money that we're trying to, now that this project is complete, try to repurpose. We got money on Old Forks Road that's extra grant money, funded from the DOT, and now this. So we have like 200,000 in round numbers that we're trying to claw back from the state and reappropriate.
Without
So,
losing
but
it.
this deduct change order closes out this 11th Street project in a nutshell. So can I get a motion for this?
Motion.
Second.
R rodeo, S rodeo. All right, so discussion on that. I apologize, I don't have the exact number of the penny. but in rough numbers, it's a deduct of around $8,000.
And what that piece of sidewalk did was connect the town on Washington Street all the way to 11th Street and on past that to the bike path. That's why we did that. We had the money.
No, it didn't go that far.
Yeah, it did.
No, it doesn't. It
It was
goes
on
from
Washington
a Harbor Road,
No, not the.
oh, you're talking the change orders down
Yeah,
Washington Street? Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
change
yeah,
order
yeah,
on
yeah,
Washington
yeah.
Street.
This project went from a Harbor
Oh, yeah,
Road
the whole project.
to
Yes.
where? I don't even know where.
The bike path.
To the bike
The bike
path.
path.
And then the change order was down Washington Street. Yeah,
Yes.
you're right.
And
Yeah.
that connected
Yeah.
that. There was no sidewalk in
you're
that
right.
piece. If you
Yeah.
drive it now, you will see a nice new sidewalk,
Yeah,
all the way from all the way back to town.
yeah. So, other discussion on the deduct change order, which closes out this project? Anyone,
Can I throw a point of information?
please?
Public contracts law, you can't spend more than 20% of your base bid. So while we had this much money and the base bid was here, we couldn't spend all of that money. So we had to stay within those rules. That's why there's money potentially hanging
Left over.
around.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Other discussion on this? Roll call, please.
Councilperson Calderon?
Yes.
Marino?
Yes.
Matro?
Yes.
R. Rodeo?
Yes.
S. Rodeo?
Yes.
Scipione?
Yes.
Mayor Fagioni?
Yes, motion carried. Second opportunity for the public to be heard. That's good. All right, seeing no one, I'll accept the motion to close today's meeting. It's our third one of the month. R. Rodeo. Second. Calderon. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We are good. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.